On this board are some absolute blockbusters. Mission Impossible, Star Trek, The Godfather, Transformers, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Grease, and Pretty in Pink. Tonight, you're going to be choosing one of these and use it as an inspiration point for your dish. Hey, Ray.
Hey, Reynold.
How you going?
Not too bad.
Which movie are you picking this evening?
For the movies, I actually really enjoyed the Star Trek movie.
Oh, I did not pick him as a Star Trek guy.
No, I'm not a Star Trek guy in terms of the show, but the movie I really enjoyed.
Oh.
Aha, all right.
Better than Star Wars.
So, how are you interpreting that in dessert form?
So, visually, I want it to look like a planet.
Yeah.
So, like a marble-looking shape.
Cool.
Of a finish. And then I want to, I haven't tried this one yet, is to create a Saturn ring.
You've seen my dessert, no?
Yeah.
The Saturn.
But it's just going to be a black and white silver planet-looking thing. Something smoky and theatric.
So you're really drawing inspiration from the visual thematic of
Yes.
the Star Trek. Ah, I like that.
I need to ask you,
Yes.
this pin, is it burning a hole on your apron?
No, you know, I might not even played at all, ever. I'm kidding.
Just as a bit of a souvenir.
I had the feeling I don't think he's gonna play it regardless.
I'm honestly thinking like not to. It's nice. It's nice to have insurance, but
In case of emergency.
100%.
Otherwise, shoot for the stars.
yes.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
The first thing I get onto is making the caramelized mandarin compote and pop it into the freezer. It's gonna be the center of the planet.
I mean, stakes are high. Amory's done a planet-looking dessert before. It's really cool what he does, like a bonbon style. But I want to really show him my style.
The pin is only for absolute insurance. I don't want to use it tonight. I don't want to use it at all.
I'm going to keep the pin forever.
To create the planet ring chocolates, I put a acetate sheet over the turntable spinner, and I use the pastry brush to dip into the chocolates and let that turntable create a round ring. It's not as smooth as Amory's, but I think it's looking kind of organic and natural, as if like the little rocks going around the ring.
I think it's looking pretty all right. I'm just going to give it a little dusty, make it look a little bit more monotone.
There's a line in Star Trek where no man has ever gone. It's completely out of this world. It's in space, it's a different planet, something new.
Okay.
So I take my caramelized mandarin compote out of the blast freezer. It's not setting. It's just so dumb. Caramel doesn't freeze. I'm putting the mold in the liquid nitrogen bath, hoping for it to freeze. But then the mold gets too frozen and then I can't even unmold it. So my mixture is stuck. I'm feeling stressed and I think I may be a little bit screwed.
I might play the pin. I might. Yeah, I might. I'm shitting myself.
Is that your caramel?
A caramelized mandarin compote, obviously caramels and freeze.
In this kitchen, when things go wrong, you've got to really think on your feet and adapt straight away. So I'm not going to get the compote out of the mold. I'm just going to scoop in the compote. It's still quite loose, it's runny, and it's just going everywhere. It's making a mess.
Okay.
This dish relies on the planet. Planet is round. It needs to be the perfect shape.
Now, I'm not too sure how this is all going to come together. I don't even know how I'm going to shape it. I'm only going to play this pin at the very last minute if it doesn't come together.
And this dessert needs to look like a planet. It needs to look out of this world to be able to relate with Star Trek. It all relies on this one sphere, and I need to make sure it's perfect and seamless. Oh, my goodness. So I've got my sphere.
Oh my God, I'm shaking.
But I've still got to put on that planet ring.
Ooh. How are you feeling?
flavors I know are good. It's fresh, it's bright.
Yeah.
This ring just needs to sit nicely.
Okay. All right.
It's looking a little bit odd. But it's planet enough.
Last chance, Reynold. Are we playing that pin or what?
Nah.
Yeah? You feel better?
Oh.
I hope I've made the right decision.
Hey, Reynold.
Hello.
I know at some point during the cook, you were considering playing the pin, which I never thought would ever happen.
Yeah, me too.
What's the name of your dish?
To the stars. Where no man has gone before.
From Star Trek.
Thank you so much, Reynold.
Yeah, enjoy.
I'm going to just put it out there and say I don't think this is the most finessed dish we've seen from Reynold in the competition.
Oh, absolutely not. I've done Saturn before in pastry, and I know there is a way to make it very clean. And I know he has the resources and the talent to be able to do it.
And I have to wonder whether or not it might have been smarter for him to play the pin.
I absolutely agree with you. Maybe you should have. Should we try? All right, that I like. That's perfect snap of a very thin layer. Well, I see Reynold on the inside. Right?
Yeah. Ooh.
It's a very interesting, tasty dish. Technically, the chocolate work, it's perfectly executed. The shell of chocolate is so thin that you have no resistance whatsoever.
While maybe the aesthetics were lacking, the actual textures and flavors are flawless. The thing that really strikes me is when you cut into the planet and out oozes this deeply bitter caramelized mandarin compote. It's really food on the edge. I think the way that it eats is very different to the way that it looks.
Yes.
The way that it looks was okay. The way that it ate, phenomenal.
I agree.
I want to make 2 desserts and disguise it into one. You know, give it a bit of a twist.
Hey, Ray. What are you doing?
Making a pair of desserts.
Pair of desserts.
Yes.
Elaborate, please.
So it's a play on words. So the idea is to have a pear on a plate. That isn't really a pear. The pear doesn't taste like a pear. It looks like a pear, but these flavors are tiny with yuzu and some fennel and mint. The idea is to have that pear flavor below the pear, if that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
No, that's twisted.
Can't wait to see the complete picture.
Oh, thanks, Mel.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Anne-Marie and Mel, they're really confused with my dish, and that's the way I want it.
I don't get it.
Sometimes I don't get it too. Just hoping that this dish is a big surprise for the judges. I'm trying to create a dessert that is a big surprise for the judges. It's called
A pair of desserts.
At the moment, I'm working on the pear. So the flavors inside refreshing and herbaceous. Now, I've got my pear halves, I join them together and then shape it to make it pear, as realistic as possible. And then dip it in my green vanilla and matcha dip. It has to be really smooth, no imperfections. At this point, it's looking pretty good.
A very dirty pear.
Yeah, very organic.
And then next thing, I'll add a bit more texture and color. Get a bit of cocoa powder, make it a bit more of a dirty looking pear. That final touch of the chocolate stem. Got my pear and ready to plate. And now I get on to making the second dessert, which is gonna be the actual plate.
Reynold, you okay over there, buddy?
Oh, so much to do.
The talent in this kitchen is immense. You know, I wish I could take a trip into Reynold's mind. You know, he's got this pear that's not a pear, that's got a chocolate dessert on another dessert. I don't understand what it is. I have no idea. I'm confused.
Almost there. I'm creating a pair of desserts. I want it to look like it's singular dessert, but it's actually two desserts. The pear-shaped dessert is done. So now I'm working on the second dessert. The plates, the layers of pear components are hidden within the plate. So now spray it with a black chocolate to color match the plate. And a little dusting of the silver luster to kind of really recreate that glittery look. I think it looks pretty cool. It's quite realistic. If the judges can't tell that it's edible, that's like one off the bucket list. I think my dish is quite realistic, and I hope it's a big surprise for the judges when they eat it.
Ay, ay, ay.
This is a pair of desserts.
A pair of desserts.
So it's a play on words, a pair of desserts. So basically two desserts, one dessert and the bottom dessert, and you eat it all together. It's meant to kind of pair with the pear.
I don't get it.
Sometimes when I'm explaining it, doesn't make sense too.
Okay.
I'm really excited to get into this. Wow. Nice.
And the pear flavors aren't in the pear, it's in the plate.
In the plate.
Yes, just crack right into it.
He's having us eat the plate.
Oh, yeah, stunning.
This is fabulous.
Wow.
I love this.
You haven't even tasted it yet.
The sparkled, everything is so refined, it's pure. All right, let's dig in.
So the actual pear shape, that one there is a dolce and vanilla whipped ganache, and the center there is a caramelized honey with yuzu gel. Inside the plate, you've got a pear compote, a compressed pear, and the center cake with filled chocolate.
It's so good.
Thank you.
The pear is very surprising. It's fresh, it's light, the chocolate is thin. And it pairs so well with the plate. Flavor and texture-wise, you're really spot on, just like the last dish you presented us. And the surprise element, it's wonderful. You got me from afar. At any restaurant, you are presented this for the last memory you will have of your experience. It's phenomenal. But if I can just say one thing, I think the chocolate makes it hard to get all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Reynolds, there is a lot of chocolate, which does take away from the lightness of the dish. However, I think you've really thought about flavour, texture, dimension, balance, and in that regard, I think it's very, very clever work.
We're so close to a perfect dish. Thank you, Reynold.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Reynold.
Legend. You're good there, Reynold?
All good. All right, so I'm gonna be making a dish called Four Snow White. So it's a little fairy tale reference. I'm gonna be making a snow white sugar-blown apple. So I'm gonna coat it with chocolate inside and out and fill it inside with flavors of jasmine tea, feijoa, and apples. So crack it and reveal all the components inside. I've done some sugar work over the years, just self-taught. It's a very delicate, sweet spot to get it right. The sugar has to be the right temperature, the right thickness, and it has to hold the right shape. It's all about the execution, and so there's no room for error. I don't plan to use my pin today. I want to hold on to my pin for as long as I can. I'm in this competition to kind of show my worth and really prove myself as one of the top pastry chefs in Australia. I just really want to be able to showcase what I can do. I want this dessert to look unique. I want to create a Snow White apple, a visual representation of a fairy tale. If I can get that sugar work perfect, nice, delicate, and thin, it's going to be out of this world. I'm shaping it, and it's slowly coming together. Oh, I think this one's it. This is it. It's nice and smooth, looking very transparent. And I gently heat it over the heat lamp to make that apple shape. Oh, it's close.
So talented.
I want to hide components within the apple. It's to be fragrant, to be light and refreshing. So next thing I'll start working on is my gelato. I'm going to blend in some feijoa fruits, similar to guava. This gelato is going to be at the very bottom of the dish. When you crack everything open, you see all the little dry components, and all that gelato is going to do is just soak everything up. This dish is to be an experience for the judges. I'm actually really excited.
I think Reynold's okay.
Oh yeah, it's just like grazing.
Yeah, I know.
Conceptually, this dish, I wanted to kind of represent the fairy tale, the Snow White. So the idea is to have cocoa butter to really kind of protect the sugar. It's like a really thin coating. It's like almost like a praline crunch, inside and out. And what I like about this is that you don't see what's inside. So that's the whole part of the discovery as well. So I can fill in with some wet ingredients of like ice cream, fresh apples, compressed apples, without it actually affecting and melting through the sugar.
Do you know that you're not the only apple with sugar dome here?
I heard Morgan's doing one, right?
Does this scare you at all?
Nah, no.
Holy crap.
So last couple of minutes, and plating up is absolutely crucial. And presenting an apple, it's gonna taste like apple. So I'm filling in the cinnamon crumble, the apples, the apple caramel. I also want some fragrance. So I add some herbs and flowers. I'm working with a fairy tale, it's Snow White princess, you want it to smell good. And of course, it's meant to be a refreshing and light dish. I start adding in the jasmine jelly, and then finally the piping of the feijoa gelato.
Ray, you make it seem so easy what you're doing.
Success comes down to the minute little details. It's more than just the concept. It's about how well it eats, the balance of the dish. It's the full, complete package that the judge is looking for. And hopefully tonight I've done that.
Wow, look at that.
Very magical, huh?
It certainly is. It feels like it should be in a movie.
This is inspired by the fairy tale Snow White. So the dish is called the For Snow White.
Let's smash it.
Oh, you cracked it really nice.
Oh, it's really pretty. It's like a little window into a world.
Yeah, it's a show.
So inside we've got cinnamon crumble with mixed apple and feijoa. There's compressed apples, apple caramel, and a feijoa gelato. Thank you.
Thank you. You can smell this incredible aroma of so many different herbs. It really does invite you on an extra sensory level to dig in.
Wow. Oh la la.
I think he just made you 5% more French. Oh la la.
Oh la la.
Oh la la.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. That's a very good dessert. It's very refreshing. It's not overly sweet.
The vigor and the tartness of the apple really reinforce one another and give you that sort of acidic freshness.
It's a very good combo.
And then you have that comforting apple crumble aroma of the cinnamon and the white chocolate to give it richness and depth. It's a multi-textured, multi-layered wonder.
Look at the sugar work. This is coated both sides with chocolate.
Wow, it's so thin. I know Reynold has been focusing on savoury for a little while now, but this is why he should never leave the pastry kitchen, a dessert like this.
Oh yeah, he shouldn't go back to the dark side. Reynold impressed me so much so far.
Yeah.
He's a very impressive chef.
There's a lot of pressure. I've always just been a little out of reach from the grand finale. This can't be any regular dishes that I've done. It's got to be wow enough for me to be able to get through, get that ticket into the grand finale.
3 hours is pushing it. I'm gonna give everything I got.
So tonight I'll be making a dessert called natura. Natura is Latin for nature. So I want to take a piece of the forest and put it onto the plate.
I'll make it look like a broken branch with some butterflies and leaves on the branch. Working with fragrant flavors. It's gonna be, a little touch of fragrance, the French Earl Grey with a bit of bergamot marmalade and some lemon citrus in there, so add some zing. The chocolate is going to be quite rich, and the oak wood gelato will carry the whole kind of refreshing component of the dish.
Aside from the flavors, it's all going to come down to the visual, and that's something that I really want to take my time and work on. And the next thing I need to do is incredibly, intimidatingly scary. My sugar twirls, which are going to be the leaves.
These leaves, pretty much the same ones I did from my semi-finals, so a little bit of nostalgia there.
So when I was last in the semi-finals in my season back to win, I lost out in the Martin Ben pressure test, and that was kind of creating these leaves with an apple toffee.
Reynold, I'm sorry to say you're going home.
And I was really devastated. These leaves, I want to take that into this cook right here. Because I kind of want to redeem myself.
So it is kind of a risk. I'm gambling on this one, but when you're at this point at the end of the competition, you kind of really have to push yourself to prove that you are a dessert master. Tonight, the stakes are way too high. To have that third chance, that never, ever comes in life.
So I'm working on multiple things at once. I've got my first batch of leaves out of the oven, and I'm letting it cool down. The lemon bergamot marmalade's done, and that's gonna go with the Earl Grey whipped chocolate ganache, and that's gonna be the main body of the broken tree branch.
I plan to get this shaped and dipped and looking all pretty.
The next thing I start working on is the oak wood gelato.
It's a light gelato. It's a caramelized oak wood gelato.
Oak wood?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And just in time, oh, my eyes.
You're
It was
right.
like toasted wood first.
Oh, right.
With some brown sugar.
Wow, okay.
Would you like to try it? You want a spoon?
And I'll strain this through a fine cloth and treat it like tea.
Okay.
Turning that into an actual gelato.
I'm eager to try the oak wood gelato, little tree flavor, and then it will be a first for me.
During this cook, I have to be as focused as possible. I've got to make sure that everything tastes good, it's balanced. In my head, I'm just combining all the flavors together. And I'm tasting everything together as well. Ooh! Just making sure that everything is perfect.
Pretty damn good.
I'm assembling everything together, shaping a little garnishes to really make this dish come to life. There's a lot riding on these leaves. This time, I have to make sure I get this right. First one breaks. And I'm like, damn. They're so fragile and super thin. I need to be extremely careful. So far, they're looking good. They're nice and crisp. I feel absolutely relieved. The visual elements of the dish and also the flavors and layers of it, and especially this oak wood gelato.
Oh, sweating like crazy.
Hey, Reynold.
Hey, Ren. Wow.
This dessert is called natura. Inside the chocolate branch is a Earl Grey milk chocolate mousse with salted vanilla caramel and a lemon and bergamot marmalade. And the leaves are raspberry and blackberry.
Are these leaves of redemption?
Oh, I hope so.
Thank you so much. We'll try now.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Reynold.
He's giving us a perfect scene, nature-inspired. So I think he hit the brief big time.
Can you please cut this thing open?
Yes. All right, let's go. Wow. The ice cream is unbelievable.
It's mind-blowing. You don't need to know anything about pastry to eat that and know that it was made so masterfully, really and truly. Let's start with the gelato. It sounds not the most attractive thing in the world to say, oh, I'm getting an oak gelato. But really what this tastes like is like a smoky maple syrup. It just has this savoury sweetness about it that just keeps you wanting to go back for more. And because of the way that it has been made, it is silky smooth. It's almost warm.
Every element has a specific purpose, whether it's taste or structural. The Earl Grey mousse, the bergamot inside. The combination is perfect. All the leaves have a different distinct crunchiness and taste on the acidic side to cool down the milk chocolate mousse a little bit. This is definitely a dessert master-worthy dessert.
It makes me smile because these are the desserts that we live for. These are the ones. Reynold hasn't seen a grand finale before as a competitor, but I think he might now.
To win the title of Dessert Masters would mean so much. And I could also just be really proud of myself, like I finally did it. I've been so close, but
I'm now in a room with some of the best pastry chefs in Australia. The caliber of this competition it's insane. Tonight, I'm doing my masterpiece, pretty much to showcase what I do, my philosophy in cooking and the desserts that I love to make. You can look around here, I've got purple flavors.
I love to work with colors. So I've done green, I've done yellow, I've done white, and now I want to showcase purple. My vision is to create flavors and textures with fruits that are purple.
Hey, Reynold.
Hello, Mel.
I
Ooh, I
am
like that.
already immediately struck at the hues going on your bench. What are you making?
So I'm making a dish called monochrome. So I'm just working with monochromatic flavors. This is cassis and black currants with some berry tea and some rosella. And I'm gonna make a gel out of this consomme.
Yep.
Mix it with a cassis mousse on the outside. And then we've also got blackberry sorbet.
Visually and taste dimension, it should be very interesting.
Thanks so much. Thanks, guys.
Ray, I can't wait to eat it. You know I'm only here so I can eat your food. Who cares about the trophy? Just feed me.
All right, baby.
Attends, wait, stop. Someone splashed me with a black currant. I'm known as one of the cleanest pastry chefs that exists. Yeah. This is not right. Yeah. Reynold, I think you have some explaining to do.
How come?
What is this?
It's not from me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. I'll buy a new one, chef.
I'm just messing with you.
For tonight, I'm making monochrome. This dish is a bowl that is made of a cassis mousse, blackberry compote inside. Sitting on top of that sphere will be a blackberry sorbet, and on the sides, a cassis meringue that's vibrant in purple.
Wow.
And then lastly on top, a blackberry sugar twill.
Be able to differentiate the layers, that's the tricky little fine balance.
When you work with ingredients of the same color, they can all kind of taste the same.
So I'm just adding a little bit of lemon myrtle oil, so that's the fragrance. And also got some long pepper to go with the sorbet, so adds another depth of flavor.
It's gonna help me separate and segregate all the fruits that are purple.
Overall, what I want this dish is not to be too rich and heavy. It's meant to be a light, tart, and fragrant dish.
I want this dish to stand out. To win that pin, it is a huge advantage. If I happen to be in an elimination, I can just tap out if anything goes wrong. I join the two halves of my black cassis mousse together to make a sphere, and I dip it into my chocolate dip.
So I've got purple with a bit of white. I've got some silver luster. I'm gonna mix with some alcohol, marble that. And all there is to it is just like garnishing and assembling.
Oh, Ray, that looks hot. So hot. Sexy.
Yeah, super violet. All I need to do now is just assemble this dish. That's the tricky part.
Woo!
Beautiful.
Ray, that looks so good.
It's so hot here.
30 seconds!
Howdy!
I love it.
Woo!
Here we go. 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3, 2, 1.
That's
Hands
it.
up!
High fives all around.
So I would love that immunity pin amongst very experienced chefs. It's all going to come down to, obviously, the visual, taste, and the balance of flavors, and of course, is it a masterpiece enough that really represents you?
My heart is racing. I really hope I've managed to separate all my purple flavors. I really hope this is good enough to win immunity.
This one is called monochrome. The bottom bowl there is made of a cassis mousse. Filled inside is a blackberry compote with a rosella. There's a blackberry sorbet with long pepper, a cassis meringue on the sides, and lastly on top you've got there's a blackberry sugar twill with lemon myrtle oil.
Reynold, this looks like absolute perfection.
It's very elegant. It's a beautiful plated dessert.
Shall we get cracking?
Let's do it. Ooh la la.
It almost seems like such a shame to destroy something so beautiful, huh?
It's sexy. I hope it tastes as good as it looks.
Likewise.
I think you're setting the bar pretty high. I love it. Every element was really crafted to perfection. The chocolate shell was very thin. Visually, we've said that it's pretty, but once you cut on the inside, you're also not disappointed to find the same type of color all blending together. It's a very well-made dessert.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is going to be hard to beat.
You are such a surgeon when it comes to that chic, sophisticated, plated style of dessert. But even when you break in and it's all now, you know, a bit of a mess, it's still a beautiful mess. And I think these flavours in another person's hands could be quite unwieldy. But you've managed to kind of just coax everything together in a way that it's just in perfect harmony. So kicking off the competition with a dish like this, I'm deeply, deeply impressed, and I'm so happy you're cooking here.
Thank you, Mel. Thanks so much, guys.
Honestly, that's dope.
Oh my God, it's phenomenal.
You look amazing, chef.
Thank you.
Reynold, your dish was a work of art. It put the master in masterpiece. And quite frankly, it was flawless. And that's why...
Oh
my God.
Really?
Congratulations, you've just won yourself the gift!
You're joking.
Thanks so much. Wow. I've been so close so many times, so to have this finally,
Yeah.
third time's a charm, but that's crazy.
I'm genuinely shocked because of all the times I've been in this kitchen, I've not won a single immunity pin.
Perfect look.
And to finally get it, oh, feeling pretty good. Having this pin is literally just for insurance. I'm not gonna slow down. No, I've got plenty more up my sleeve.